Hi, I'm Kelly with citruscycles.ca, and I'm here to do a trail ride video review for you of the Felt 9E20 electric mountain bike. It's powered by the Bosch Performance line, and this is a really fantastic bike. It's very lightweight, which is unique to Felt. This is really very lightweight, and as a result, it's very agile. It even with the 29-inch tires, I find that it's very responsive, very agile. I don't have any problems on any of the trails with it, and I guess part of that is just because of the lightweight. It really makes it fun to ride, very responsive, and those 2.9er wheels just roll right over anything. If you are here on Vancouver Island and you'd like to give it a try, just head over to our website, citruscycles.ca, give us a call, send us an email. We'd be happy to have you come down and try it out. If you're on the mainland, Greater Vancouver area, we'll even pick you up at the ferry, so you can give it a try. And if you're elsewhere in Canada, we'd be happy to ship one to you, free shipping anywhere in Canada. It's a great bike. Let's get on it and see what it can do.
So we'll start the test ride on some pavement here, and although it's a mountain bike, the Felt 9E20 would actually make a good commuter bike as well. There are rack bosses, so you can attach a rack, you could add fenders, you can add lights, and with these tires you do actually have a lot of traction. So if you're riding in wet conditions like it is today, you're going to find that it grips quite well, and yet it still rolls along quite well. In general, this is actually quite a fast bike, and you can get up to the top speed pretty quickly on it. If you do want to use this bike for commuting and you're concerned about the more forward position on a mountain bike, you can change out the stem to something with a higher angle, and that would bring it up a little bit closer to you. You could also change out the handlebars to be a little bit more swept back if you needed to. And there is a remote lockout for the suspension fork. If you wanted to make that more rigid, you can lock that out. It makes it a really versatile bike, because then when you do want to go on trails, you can open that up and certainly enjoy some of the extra travel and comfort that's provided by the suspension fork.
Got a fair bit of a hill here. Doesn't look like one on the video. It'd be great to be able to put some sort of display that would tell you the percentage of grade, but this is actually pretty steep grade, especially right at the end here. It's been raining on and off today. It's been raining a lot the last week or so, so the trails are going to be very wet, very slippery, and this will be a good test for these tires and the bike in general. We do have the 11 speeds, which is great for hill climbing, especially around here. We've got lots of steep hills, and one of the things I like to test out on the bike is the hill climbing capabilities and how easy it is to access the range of gears on the bike and the shifting really well. That's one of the nice things about the Bosch system, is it does have shift detection, so it actually knows when you're shifting and will back off on the motor so you're not grinding your gears. It's really quite clever. You do a lot of calculations per second, I think about 1,000 calculations per second, measuring your torque, your cadence, and the bike speed. And the easiest way to explain it when you ride it is that it's basically reading your mind. It really knows what you're trying to achieve and matches that power. So that's a really nice feature about the Bosch system. So you really notice how light this bike is when you're climbing hills compared to other e-bikes. The Bull's Monster ES, for example, fat bike, really love riding it. But you can definitely notice the difference in weight. Now, of course, you've got the electric motor to help you out, so weight isn't always a big deal, but it certainly helps this bike be very responsible. Now, I'm fortunate to be living here on Vancouver Island where we can cycle all year. I know some people kind of back off their cycling in the winter because of the rain, but this is a beautiful time of year to be riding, especially after the rains or during the rain. All the creeks and the streams and the waterfalls come out, and it's beautiful. And really, when you get an e-bike, you find that those barriers, whether they're real or not, that prevented you from riding all the time, such as the rain and the wind and the cold, they kind of go away because it just becomes so much easier. As long as you have the right gear, you can really just enjoy riding all the time, even in the rain. This trail is one of the tours we do here in Ladysmith and the surrounding area. If you ever want to come out and go for an e-bike tour, we've got lots of great trails to ride. This one's especially nice in the winter with the Holland Creek here. There's a couple waterfalls up ahead. You can see we do have a visual indicator right here for the gears, which is handy. And of course I'm riding one finger on these Shimano hydraulic disc brakes, but you could easily do two if you prefer. But certainly the stopping power is there. With just one finger, it's not a problem. There's our second waterfall. Frequent question I get asked about e-bikes is, can you ride them in the rain? Well, yes, without a doubt. I've ridden a lot in the rain, and especially a bike like this with the Bosch Performance line. It is rated. They do a lot of tests on it. It's rated against water and dust intrusion. So yes, it's not a problem to ride in the rain or I don't have the tire pressure in these tires as low as I could. And in fact, Felt even makes them tubeless ready. So these are the Racing Ralph, sorry. Very fast. But they do include the valves you would need to go tubeless, and then you could get the tire pressure even lower than what I've got it here. That might help you a little bit on gravel like this to float across more, but certainly fat bike is going to give you even more control stability when you're on really loose gravel like this. But this bike did quite well. I didn't feel unsafe at all, and it wasn't too wobbly, but I certainly do notice when I'm, you know, on the bike like the Monster with the Jumbo Jims, definitely you float a lot more. More cautious with the wet trail conditions and leaves, and we just had a recent storm where there's a lot of trees down, so you have to watch for those, but this is a very fast bike. Alright, so most of the time on an e-bike, I'm not that concerned about the weight. I know a lot of people are really concerned about weights on bikes, but most of the time, it's not a concern for me. Now, where it's nice to have a light bike like this is stairs like these. So definitely this Felt bike is way easier to hike than a lot of the other e-bikes that we have in stock. So, if your rides include a lot of stairs, this might be a good consideration for you. Handles steps quite well. Take a look and see if there's any salmon. Oh, there we go. One right there. Oh, another one there. Got a few in the river today. There they go. Alright, well, seen a lot of different conditions, a lot of different types of trail, from asphalt, loose gravel, mud and muck, roots and rocks. This bike has handled it all. Haven't actually had any loss of traction. Stability is really good. Lots of power. All in all, a really fun bike. This is the Felt 9E20, and as you can see, I'm going to need to give it a wash when I get back, but that's what they're made for, getting dirty and having fun. So if you have any questions about the Felt 9E or any other e-bikes, head over to citruscycles.ca. We'd be happy to answer them for you. If you're in the Vancouver Island area or Vancouver and want to try it out, just give us a call.